Okay, so guys, I think we're gonna start here.
Yes,
Finally,
welcome everybody. It is, of course, an Iroquois mirror by Umeu and Fard, and we have Venividivici, and I'll be guest commentating with him.
yes, this
I
is
am,
another match of the round of 32 from the PK Clan TD tournament. I've brought a lot of matches today already. You can check it out later on YouTube. But now we have Yumio versus Fart, Iroquois mirror on the Great Plains, about to start.
right, and this is the first match of best of five. I am Chicks. I'm currently administrating this most recent event, the PK tournament, of course.
Yeah, good job so far combining the Western and Japanese community into one. Having a lot of good games here.
Yeah, it's definitely working out quite well.
So let's see how this series will be, if it is another 3-hour cast or just a more standard series. The game is loading, so let's take a look at the map first, the map balance. We
Sure,
see,
so we got the mines here in purple. Of course, that's Fard. He's playing Iroquois. He's starting with 2 mines. The hunts don't look too bad. I'm just taking a look here. Yeah, hunts are even for him. He's got 2 bison that he can herd quite easily. Looking at blue player, he's also got 2 mines, which is quite nice. And got a bison and a deer that he can herd as well.
yeah, map looks indeed very fair, so that's good to start off with. We see that Fart managed to take the middle trading post. Yumiyu was going for it, but he was too late. It seems to be a little bit closer to Fart as well, so of course he got the edge there. And that is a very nice small advantage for him early on in this mirror matchup to have the second trading post already.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if he did scout that 95 wood there as he was going for that trade post in the back for Umeu. There's a 95 wood treasure.
Ah, I see
there.
there, yes, yes.
I think he did scout it though.
Yeah, but he definitely needs to get his trading post up first, of course, to get the XP on time, and
Oh
then he
yeah,
can go for
absolutely.
this.
Yes. The XP is something that can run away, but the treasure always stays there until you pick it up. So.
Yep. You see both players scouting a little bit with their Trava as well. Both of them are now converting it into a longhouse. That's very standard, just to get some additional line of sight there around the map, usually to spot raids coming on. And there is 140 foot on this map, by the way, so let's see who will be able to pick that one up.
140 food or 95 wood, really. I mean, if one person gets the 95 wood, the other gets 140 food. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
However, if he does get both, then that's going to definitely put him in the lead without a single doubt.
Yes, indeed. We see that Yumio is now grabbing this 95 wood there, and Fart so far only gets 30 food. So he definitely has some catching up to do there. Both players are already bringing in the second hunts, by the way.
Yeah, Fard is, right? Umeu is also.
And now Fart scouted this 140 foot. But of course he has to be very careful because Yumi is already on the way with his rifleman,
Right,
so he
they
knows
both
about
scouted it. So, however, Umeu has a stronger control here because of that rifleman there.
Yes. However, the hero of Fart is doing better. He has more HP left, and he still has his wolf there.
Yeah, the rifleman is very good in Explorer Wars here.
Yes.
Makes a ton of damage.
40 damage you see here, indeed. He is gonna back off for now, but it's not something
sure
that.
Why Fard wanted to even engage in that.
Yes. Well, yeah, he probably thought he could do better than what he did now, but indeed the rifleman, as you say, a lot of attack, and it doesn't die that easily. But still, Yumi can't take it at this point because then Fart of course might steal it from him. So it will be there for now, and probably the guy that uses his 4 kanyas first is gonna get this treasure, I would say. However, if Yumio is able to convert this outlaw rider, then he could still take it, and he's doing that just now. Fart immediately trying to poke in there, as you see, trying to come in. He might convert a wolf and then just finish it off there. I think he is gonna do so. No, he's gonna run away. Oh yes, he's coming back. Anyway, take a look up here at the age up. Fart aging up with Trava, very standard of course. And Umeu went to his town center just to
Wow.
find the Trava.
Yeah, if that Travois goes down, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's just gonna make the warhead a little bit closer there. Good response
that
there.
was a close one.
And he should now definitely get this. Oh no, he's not gonna go for the 140 foot. He is gonna go to attack the Guardians and Hero of Umeu.
Now, are they both going to send the 4 Kenyas as the first card?
Well, I'm not sure. It depends on the playstyle. There's an option, though, in a mirror. I'm not sure if it's the best card, to be honest. I just said it before, but in a mirror, actually, in my opinion, it's a lot comes down to defending well and then trying to get an advantage from there with a bigger economy, in my opinion.
Right.
Because you both had the same stuff, same unit. So I'm not sure
notice, how Umeu is going more defensive here.
Yes.
Because he's got a defensive war hut. And of course, Far did send the Kenya as the first card.
I think it's a nice adjustment from him because he just saw that Umeu aged up so relatively late. So in that case, it's good that he sent the 4 Kanyas because he can do a lot of damage with them now.
Right. And Umeu just picked up the 140 food. That should be able to make some extra units, give him a little boost.
Yeah, going so defensive, this might mean that he want to go to some kind of semi-fast fortress thing rather than a standard colonial agenda, I mean. But we have to see how this plays out. Far definitely going to be more aggressive here, shipping the hyenas and also making some. And Umeu just made 5 of them.
Now, I was just wondering, the war chief improves the hit points of nearby units by 15%. Is this correct? Does that sound accurate?
Well, 15 or 10%, not sure, but it boosts their HP, yes. I have to check it later.
Yeah, Far does have quite a mass. I mean, he could push on some villagers, put them off hunt there.
Yeah, but it is going to be hard though, because there is Warhead Fire and Town Center Fire both be there, and of course faster reinforcements from Umeu, so I think it would be too risky to just go in there. Probably lose more than you want to.
Now, has Umeu going economy heavy? I mean, he's going quite defensive.
He has a market, both have. Let me take a quick look here. We see that Umeu indeed shipped 5 villagers, and Fart so far.
I guess just the military units, and
yeah, it is an interesting option here because I like the decision so far to go with the 4 Kanyas and then push out a little bit on this warhead and do some damage. You see he got it down to 900 HP. However, the fact that he shipped the hyenas is not that useful yet because he just wasted the card because Umeu is just defending, and Umeu sent 5 villagers first, defending fine with the warhead in the town center, and he just now shipped 5 hyenas. That means that he has a little bit of an economic advantage there.
Yeah, Fard's going to need to catch up here. Probably even send the villagers himself.
Yeah, we see some Kanyas going out on the right side for a raid there. Let's see what they can get done. I don't think they can.
There's a villager treasure there. Has anybody scouted that?
Not sure actually.
Definitely a good one at any point in the game, really.
Yep.
Now, Umeu is going to have to herd some more there. He's got a bison in the back and some deer to the right. Looks like he will go for the bison in the back, however.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Umeu is definitely safe. I mean, he's got 2 mines there and plenty of safe trees. Hunt. So nothing much to worry about.
They both don't have 600 coin in their deck, so that means that aging up to the 3rd age, as I suggested earlier, as an option is not really an option at this point, because it would just take too long to gather the coin at this stage in the game. So it will mean that they're both going to go for more 2nd age stuff. But of course,
Umeu going with... Now, what do they do with the 700 coin? Usually they do the Kenyas, correct?
No, Kanyas is food and wood only. It's just an age up thing. You don't need coin for units in the 2nd age. We see that Fart is now trying to push in on this side, of course using his hero. He should keep it in the back. We saw H2O doing a very good job with that, so it wouldn't get picked off that easily for his Owata. In a mirror, especially here, it's so important to keep your hero alive. Basically you have the same units and the same options, and the guy who has the hero alive and of course the boost with that has a clear advantage there in any battle that occurs. Fart trying to go for a raid via the left side here, but Umeu is so defensive that I think it's going to be very, very hard to get a good raid off there. Especially, of course, very nice building line of sight with the houses there on the left side from Umeu.
Yeah, not sure what Fard is trying to do. Is he thinking he wants to contain him? I mean, he does have quite a bit of hunt there, so...
Yep. We see now that both of them have shipped 600 wood, I assume, and are adding a stable as well. So they will both be able to... Ford at least ship 600 wood. I'm not sure yet about Umeu. Anyway, they will now add Kanyas, of course. Ford hasn't shipped 5 villagers yet. That's interesting. That means for him to be able to win this game, or at least not get too far behind, he definitely either has to push out with the wood that he has in making more units, or take a second trading post. Because he is now already behind on 5 villages for quite some time, and he has to try to find a way to come back from that.
Yeah, what does the Iroquois usually do with the 700 gold? Because you said they need 600 gold as well.
No, I just said 600 gold. They don't have 700 gold shipment, just 600 coin. But they usually use it to age up at some point, but in a mirror matchup, another card is usually preferred. Some people go for example, Sporting Lisbon did that for Umeu, he went for a semi-fast fortress. Usually you need it for that and nothing more, because all the units cost wood and food,
right.
And thus you don't need it.
Wood and food, correct, yes.
We see that the Kanya advantage goes now to Ford, and if he keeps massing Kanyas, he will be able to have more Kanyas than Umeu, and that can be a big factor in this game, being able to outmass Umeu in Kanyas and thus take it from there.
It does look like Umeu does have the bigger Aina mass, though.
Yes. Ford mixed in Tomahawks.
Kenyans and Tamas to back it up.
Yep. At this point,
he made Tamas because he scouted the stable. I'm not sure if he did scout that stable on the back of his base.
I don't think he scouted it yet. I'm not sure though, but he made some Tomahawks already before that. So actually going for more hyenas, I think that's the better choice here, because mass hyenas, especially with the boost from the hero, they do actually pretty nice versus a few Kanyas. Only later on, when there are really mass Kanyas coming into play, that's when you need a lot of anti-cavalry.
Now this is huge. It looks like they're going to go for the engagement.
Yes.
Umeu's going to notice those Kenyas and just run back.
And this is very good for this is what I talked about. He has now a lot of Kenyas being able to outmass, and he needs to micro his hyenas on the Tomahawks, but there are more Kenyas coming in from Umeu there.
Yeah, and notice how Fard's units are stuck behind the gold mine in the market there.
Indeed. Umeu is using the position to his advantage.
Kenyas. I'm not sure. He's going to lose that war chief though. He should definitely micro it behind the army.
This is really a bad engagement for Fard over there.
Oh, that's terrible. Umeu lost his war chief.
Both lost their war chief.
Microed that back. And in terms of the battle, yeah, it's in favor of Umeu because Fard had a bad engagement.
These Kanyas here should be blocking the other Kanyas rather than going for the hyenas, in my opinion. However, it's still quite close, but yeah, definitely Umeu's favor. He has a few Kanyas popping out there for that is, but look at the score now, 30 points difference. Like you said, the hyenas had a very bad angle there and were not able to do a lot of damage, and also the Kanyas were not able to get through to the hyenas of Umeu.
Really, I think Umeu got lucky because those hyenas just got stuck, you know? It's just a bad...
yeah, but I'm not sure if we would call it lucky. I think it's more Umeu, of course, took advantage of this position and just went back a little bit more, just enough to make sure that his army had full range and the other guy not. Also, of course, with the Kanyas, they had to go around the town center, not doing damage as well. I think it was a well thought positional thing there. Fard shouldn't have pushed in at that point. And now Umeu pushing out there. And Umeu, of course, having his the fight over at his place, is now being able to revive his war hero with enough HP and bring it on to the battle. While Fard, of course, has no war hero yet, so that he has no fire pit either, so he can't get it back. And that means that it's going to be soon war hero versus no war hero.
You know, at this point, Fard is already too far behind because Umeu's got too much of a bigger mass.
Yes, definitely. He is fighting near his warrior though.
Fighting units 2-to-1 ratio.
Well, we wouldn't go that far, but he has an advantage, definitely, yes. But if Ford can delay it some more, yeah, there might be a chance. But yeah, it's probably over already. But the ward is going down as well, so that's going to be the end there.
If I was Umeu, I would keep on fighting that battle there.
Yeah, he definitely can. Ford just trying to do what he can, of course, using the range of his hyenas on the sides to pick up some units from Umeu's army. But yeah, this is a very rough spot for him.
Yeah, Fard is simply just outmassed, and is hunting on the very ends of the map. Umeu was just to send a couple Kenyas to the other side there.
Yeah, he didn't really hurt that towards his base anytime. So, and there we see the Kanyas going for a raid. And even the whole army gonna be brought up there just to make sure all the villagers will die there. He's trying to attack the last village. Instead, he should have moved closer and just be able to attack more villages. But Fard's still trying to hold on and find some way to fight his game, fight back into the game. But there he wastes his Kanya. Very unfortunate, of course. That's not how you should do it. Village is gonna be used now in the fight. And yeah.
Yeah,
okay, there we have it. Good game. So
he simply had a better mass after that first battle there, and it was just downhill for him.
Yeah, two main things here. Umeu shipped 5 villages first and went defensive. I liked Fard's decision for the Kanyas, but I don't like his decision to go for the hyenas that early on, because he shipped them but was not able to do anything with them because of the defensive posture of Umeu, which of course you can expect in a mirror matchup like that. So kind of a waste of a shipment. Also, not going for the 5 villages afterwards, but very late.
He sent it very late.
And also, he had to kind of find a way to come back into this game, but with the 600 wood, he chose to mass a lot of units instead of, for example, taking a trading post. I think that decision was quite okay, because he definitely had the better army there for some time. However, his timing window was really small, and the engagement for him was just bad. He came in from the wrong side, Kanyas got stuck, hyenas were not in range, and that's why Umeu definitely took the advantage, and from there on was able to play it out with a bigger mass.
Really, I thought both players did very well right before that first battle there. Unfortunate for Fard.
Yeah, I think a few minor changes in style here, but definitely the better choice for Umeu in my opinion at this point. If Fard though would have stayed defensive, but with his warhead for a little bit more mob control, he might have been much better off, because Umeu had not much control other than the warhead at his town center. So Fard didn't really have to push in at that time. He could just take the second trading post, sit back.
Alright, second map in the pool, second A.
Yes.
And you can't play the same civilization twice in a row, so Umeu is going to have to change. Perhaps Fard will remain
if you win,
Iroquois.
Fard can indeed remain, because only the winner has to change it up then.
Yeah, for the viewers here, the people in the chat, I'm not too familiar with the TAD. This is actually one of the only TAD tournaments that I've hosted. I've hosted quite a few Nilla tournaments, maybe 4 or 5 Nilla tournaments in the past. 3 major ones earlier this year. I'm not familiar at all with the dynasties, but I am here commentating with Vinny to hopefully add in some other insights and missed thoughts. Of course, some people ask me why we made the tournament in the TAD, and that's because I got in touch with the JP community, and they had a good offer on the table. We got together and we made it happen. Of course, I'm not too familiar with the TAD, but we still Got this big event going.
Yes, right now we're just trying to figure out the correct map, it seems. I'm not sure if Umeu is be right back for a moment or why he isn't changing it up. Okay, he changed the map, so we can start it off right here. Although we can't start it yet because Umeu has to change civilizations, of course, as Chicks just explained. You can't play the winning civilization twice in a row. That's just to make it a little bit more balanced, that you can't go for one civilization all the time. And to make up for more interesting games, of course. So, very unexpected, of course not. Umeu going for Ottomans here. He's playing a lot of Ottomans and Iroquois lately on TAD, practicing those civilizations. Of course, they are probably the two strongest civilizations in a tournament this time, at this point in time. And Fart can then either go for a mirror or go for Iroquois. Again, we have to see what he does. He goes for a mirror. Okay. Interesting.
Are you ready?
I was probably thinking Iroquois versus Ottomans, but
Yeah, but maybe Fart
Mirror
doesn't
it,
feel
isn't
that
it?
confident yet with his Iroquois. I mean, Umeu played Ottomans a lot, of course, in Nilla as well, and it's pretty much the same, so he has pretty strong Ottomans, and his micro is also pretty good, and if you micro Abus guns and Janissaries correctly, and especially if you know the timings, then you are able to. Yeah, it's really close. In my opinion, Iroquois Ottoman is a really close game. It comes really down to the skill and micro of the both players. But if you make a few missteps as Iroquois, then the Ottoman, if he scouts well, is able to take advantage of it. We also saw that, for example, with the game of H2O versus Owata, I believe. Owata messed up a little bit there. H2O identified it with good scouting and then took advantage of it. And of course, if you micro this big ball of Janissaries and Abus guns really well, for the guys in chat, that means don't put your Abus gun in melee mode, but just micro it well. Use your range, 18 range. Then you can do a lot of damage while the Iroquois can't really engage into you. Iroquois really needs to win by delaying you a little bit so that he can get the advantage with having more economy and the big mass of infantry, hyenas mainly, and some Kenyas.
I am more familiar with this matchup. Now, Ottomans, of course, I understood they don't use the Silk Road here in the dynasties. However, they do have quite a nice TP boom, trade post boom, because they got the cheaper trade posts here. Of course, they're 200 wood apiece. Actually, when we started the tournament, we didn't realize how strong Ottomans were. Hence the reason why they're not restricted as much. We were thinking it was the Japanese, India, and Iroquois, which we had in mind. Not so much Ottomans. All right, well, back to the match. We are playing on the AGC Saguenay map, the second map of the pool. After a 1-0 win from Umeu, it was an Iroquois mirror.
Yeah.
This is the second match of the best of 5.
We see that just a quick view there. The map looks pretty good. We see that Fart has one more gold mine there in the corner if he's able to scout it later on. But the hunts look pretty equal. And the mines, of course, Umeu has one close and he has a second one in front of his town center. Not the best position like it would be on top, but still pretty okay. So map is good to go. We see that both start with a livestock pen, and that means, of course, that it's important to find the sheeps later on. But of course, first Ottomans going for a scout right away. I mean, for a trading post right away. And in fact, they are both going for the same trading post, it seems. Umeu is arriving a little bit earlier. No, he's not. He is not correcting his... Okay, anyway, he's now going to take the top trading post. And Fart has the second one. Umeu found a scout, or rescued a scout rather, that's why he had a slight delay probably in the walking time. And that scout is now able to do some damage on Fart's hero there. The trading post is very standard for both players here. You need trading posts Ottomans to just get your stuff going, your army and your resource grades. What we will have to see here is what both players will go for. There are a few options, of course. Water is never out of the options. It's always good to go for water. However, in this matchup, the most standard strategy is going to be a fast fortress, because that has the best chance of winning. Because you know exactly what the other guy can come with.
Now, I'm surprised Umeu needs a restart because it's sure he only has one mine, but he did start with a scout. He does have a forward mine there. So is that confirmed? He's going to get a restart?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit surprising to me as well, but
yeah, because he started out with a scout, and he has sheep.
Maybe it's because of his hunt, but that he didn't see his second hunt yet. Oh, he had a scout now there. His second hunt is a little bit further than Fart. That's definitely true.
I guess he doesn't like the second hunt. Okay, makes sense.
It is a little bit further. That's true.
Yeah. Fart does have a second hunt, but it's closer, and I guess it's bigger. So notice now, Umeu is not allowed to restart that match again. Each player gets 3 restarts in this series, a best of 5. However, you can't restart the same map more than once. Bard, of course, can still restart the map if he wishes.
Okay, so quick Rehost, as the chick there said, both had actually pretty fair map. It was herdable in my opinion. It was the same amount of deers, but it was a little bit farther for Umeu, and you have a restart available, so you can of course use it there. So here we have again the player on the left side having a little bit better mines. By a little bit, I mean 2 more mines, in fact. That is going to be Fart. So that is definitely a better thing for him. However, the herds look pretty bad for both.
Yeah, they look decent for both. I mean, you got to think about it. Those moose, he does have quite a few moose there. That's a nice herd if you think about it. And looking at Umeu here, he's got a forward herd of elk. That's actually quite a decent size. They both do start with a single mine, having the second mine not too far ahead, but
well, actually both just have bad herds. I think that's more like
both of them have bad herds, right?
Which makes it kind of balanced anyway.
I mean, you do have that starting deer there, and you have one other hunt, so that is sufficient. So perhaps we could see an aggressive play or a forward base.
Yeah, I would still probably put my my bet on a fast fortress, because even with one hunt, it is Ottomans and they have crates, so they are still able to age up and spam shipments from there with a trading post. Yeah, if you go aggressive, you need a lot of resources as well.
Right, it's because they started with the livestock pen. Now keep in mind there is quite a lot of sheep on this map, so even though they start with only one other hunt, they could definitely pull off a fast fortress. Sure, that can work.
We see that Umeu is doing a nice job here scouting with his sheep. I like that a lot. I don't see a lot of players doing that, but I think it's very helpful to know what there is up in the top of your map site. If there's another mine or another herd, you want to know about it. Fart has some sheep, but he's not scouting his top side yet, and he doesn't find this moose hunt yet. Just to go a little bit into the strategy that I was talking about in the previous game before it was rehosted, the FF is kind of the best option, considered the best option, especially in this mirror matchup because of the shipments that you have available. We have two versions of that. That is one with a tower and the other with just a plain straight FF with 700 coin and then age up with the wood. In fact, on this map you might want to age up with the tower because you can then also protect the sea side, which is a good advantage. On most other maps, most good players seem to believe that the fast fortress without a tower is the better option. Also got some inside tips there from H2O, but it means that you have 400 wood from the age up, which is something you need to build houses, janissaries, upgrade janissaries, etc. And the other guy who doesn't go for that usually gets housed at some point, and that will be a problem for him.
For a fast fortress, you're talking about?
Yes, yes.
Right, right. Now, I'm noticing at the decks, they both have water decks, so we could perhaps see a tower or 400 wood.
Yeah, yeah. On this map, I think a tower would be best. He can I can't talk to him, but...
He can, yes. If you read the rules, he does have a re. But no, it's after 2 minutes, so he cannot. Usually, the restarts, you only get 3 restarts in this series in the first 2 minutes.
His second hint was there.
Did agree to it, which is quite odd, but all right. It's quite nice of Umeu to agree to something like that. I mean, he could have just won the match and not give Fard a restart because it was after 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay, but seeing this is a tournament, and I think it's nice that he just accepted it. Although, but that Fard didn't know about it, it was equal, in fact. Both had just bad hunts, and both had, in that case, very... And both had very bad hunts, but that made it equal still because both had kind of the same position.
Alright, so they both use their 1 restart on this map. So whatever this map spawns is what they have to end up with. They have to deal with it. Wow. I'm looking at Red's base right now. And,
this
he
really
has
sucks.
One other hunt of 3 deer.
By the way, they both have a restart they have 2 restarts available per match, right?
They have 3 restarts in the match in the series, but 1 restart max
per map. Really?
Per map, right? Per player.
Why is that? I thought it was 3 restarts per match, because sometimes you get map screwed 3 times in a row. Then you should be able to use your map rehost for that.
Well, this is to prevent abuse, such as on the last map of the series. If you didn't use all your restarts, a player would restart every time until he would get a perfect map.
Yeah, then so make the rule for the last map only.
Well, and the second last map, right? For example, if you didn't use your restarts in the first 4 matches, you're going to be using them in the last 2 matches if you need them, and people will abuse that and say they have 4 restarts available. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's why maybe we should have the observers tapping in there, because as you see here, this is clearly an unfair map.
Right, well, he did already choose to restart, so he did have the chance of playing on this map, and...
Yeah, just to give you guys to see what's going on, we see that Umeu has 1 herd here, second one relatively close there, and the third one pretty decent, and Fard here kind of missed his hunt here. There are only 2 deers left because of the pond here and an issue with the map generation, and that means his second hunt is going to be so far over there, and that's going to be very rough for him to deal with.
Now notice how the mine for Umeu, his first mine is quite out there. Got a bad mine, forward mine.
Yep.
And Fard, his mine is rather close, so...
That is true. Fard has a better mine, and both have 3 mines in range, or I mean in decent distance.
And again, they do start with livestock pens, so we could see a fortress from Fard's side. But I'm not too sure. It's very, very hard to tell because, of course, the hunts are very, very scarce. As for Umeu, we could also be expecting a fortress, but for Fard, I would go more for a rush than a fortress here, because I just don't think the hunt is enough.
Yeah, it's really a tough choice. I mean, in general, I would agree with you. Like, if the map is not that good for you, well, you still can go for fortress and shipments and trading posts, for example, or you can go for Russian map control. But the problem is that Ottomans in the Third Age is so strong, and that really makes it hard for you to uh, to go for a rush still. I mean, yeah, it is an option. It is an option. We have to see how it plays out. The other option, of course, is to go for water and get your resources there. And Far trying to work on spamming the right wings here. Probably about his hunts. Anyway, he is gonna get 90 coin and he also got 40 wood. But Umeu has 150 coins, so all in all. And again, Umeu found a native scout. That's very nice, of course. You can put it in stealth mode later on, and very useful there to see armies coming and raids coming in. Umeu already bringing in both of his hunts, and Fart, yeah, of course, he can't really bring in much other than these 2 deers, but
Yeah,
he's also working on it.
I'm just reading the chat now, and yes, Fard is indeed going to regret restarting the last map. I mean, last map was definitely much better for him.
Yeah, but you never think. I mean, we are observers, we see the whole map, and you as a player don't. It's always a tough choice.
Well, at this point, he should know what his map looks like, and he does know by now that the previous match was better.
Yeah, but he knows that by now after seeing this match, not before with the second match. Anyway, Umeu is going for a second trading post there. I'm not sure Ford wanted to go for it, but he was definitely attacking Umeu's hero there. So that means that 2 trading posts for Umeu, and that is also a nice advantage in the mirror there. On the other hand, of course, you invest 200 wood in it, and then the other player then has the option to do something else with the 200 wood. We'll still have to see what Fart is going for. He is gonna ship there a job with 400 wood. And
yeah, as expected. I mean, I'm expecting a rush here from Fard, or perhaps Ford Rax, which he does, right by that caribou herd there.
Yes.
And Umeu also goes for 400 wood, so
yes.
I'm not sure what he's doing exactly.
Well, he can still go for fortress if he ships 700 coin. It depends. His map side, of course, better, as we discussed already. Fart might indeed want to go for some more pressure in the second age, just to make sure that he can gather from his part of the map. We see that he's scouting very well. Fart, that is. Umeu is not scouting yet, so he has no idea what Fart is doing. Oh wait, sorry, he is scouting with his scout there. So he saw the 400 wood age up. And there he sees 5 Janissaries. He might, yeah, he will see it in line of sight. So Fart is going for some kind of rush, or maybe just going to go for some pressure on a trading post with Janissaries.
I'm not sure if Umeu knows Fard has terrible, terrible hunts. I don't think he knows, because if he knew, he would perhaps try to contain him or rush against Fard as well and contain him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can also go for a third age and then contain him from there with the better units and the cannons.
So contain him in third age, okay, that can work. But you can also contain him in colonial. And if you were to do that, it would almost guarantee you the win because he's only got one herd left.
Well, yeah, it's...
Right? So I would contain him as well in colonial.
But what if then Fart goes for C? There are still a few options left there. Anyway,
well, he could scout the 400 wood and go from there, you know. He's not going to go for C if he started 400 wood.
What do you mean? You can age with 400 wood and still go for C?
Right, but preferably you would go for tower and C that way.
Yeah, okay, that depends. You have to scout it, but I'm not sure if he scouted the top part of Fart's map. I think Umeu scouted a lot around the base.
I'm going to cut you off here. Umeu just lost a massive 3 villages. That's huge. He's going to lose a 4th.
Yes,
villager.
A 4th even, yeah. Maybe a 5th.
Maybe.
A 5th? Oh, you're kidding me.
Crap. 5 villagers. I've never seen
6 villagers. Okay,
you know, that's ridiculous. Yes. I think that's a big micro mistake by Umeu here.
I'm not sure why he wanted to finish his racks that fast anyway. It was... Look, Fart is shipping 700 coin. He was just going for some pressure. Probably he's not going to continue this rush anyway.
Very, very unlucky to lose 6 villagers just to 10 Janissary. And notice how his villagers are not even gathering. So I'm really putting this advantage for Fard right now.
Yes, I agree with you there. And it's very interesting because it seems from the back of this he is likely going to age up and not making more Janissaries, so then he will still be in the Fortress Age with having this done this damage to the economy of Umeu. His hero is sieging a trading post, and it looks like the Janissaries are going back, perhaps to take out the second trading post of Umeu. Anyway, Umeu ships 5 Janissaries, but actually this is like a little bit of a mind game, I think, because there's nothing more coming from Fart so far, so this 5 Janissary shipment is actually just a waste.
Well, he doesn't know if Fart is coming back or what is Fart is doing, and that's the mistake of Umeu, because Umeu is supposed to be scouting
Yes, that's what I mean.
Especially since he's got a scout.
Okay, he aids up with the 4 Abus guns though, so he's able to push out a little bit here. And of course, definitely going for it.
Scout though, see what's going on. Looks like Fart is going for the trade post there at the bottom. I'm surprised that you picked up that Courrier de Bois there at the top. Very nice treasure.
The one that Umeu is going for now, you mean, or?
No, I said Umeu has the Courrier de Bois treasure at the top.
There are 2 Courrier de Bois, but I see the one that you were talking about now.
Yeah, that's quite a nice treasure. He should have picked that up.
We see that Umeu decides not to go for a trading post, but immediately goes for the hunts. Of course, he has this invisible scout, as you see over here, and that means that he knows that Fart is hunting over there.
Yeah, Fart is in big trouble. He's in, I don't know what he's going to do here. He's going to have to pull off something miraculous, you know. He's only got 1 hunt there at the bottom that he can gather from. Of course, he is in Fortress now, and he does have sheep. Does he have sheep? Okay, he's gathering his last sheep now.
Yes. And Minutemen popping out even. Okay, so Minutemen Hussars, and he's gonna flank it with the Janissaries that he has from the back, so he is probably gonna take out this army.
Yes, you said Janissaries, yes. So you got three armies there coming at him. Umeu is going to lose that army.
Yes.
However, Fart is going to lose the 4 Hussars that he started out with.
Yeah, he could have migrated a little bit better, but nice of Umeu to put the Janissaries in melee mode there and to deal a lot of damage.
I feel it's not a huge loss for Umeu though, because of course Fart he lost 4 Hussars and he lost the Minutemen, right?
Yeah, he lost the resource of the Minutemen. That's not the thing that you actually want to do at this point.
I don't think he needed the Minutemen whatsoever.
On the other hand, he is definitely able to push this back from now, and that means that he can gather safely on the left bottom part of the map for now.
And not only that, he saved some Abiscan and the Janissaries, so yeah, definitely I thought that battle was even. Although it looked like it was in Fart's favor.
I think if Fart migrated a little bit better with his Hussars, he should have been able to take out these Abus guns, both of them. One is on very low HP though, and also the hero of Fart could have been put in melee mode as well, just like the Hussars, trying to take out the Abus guns from melee. We see that Fart upgraded his Janissaries already and is now also shipping 8 Janissaries, just like Umeu did a few seconds ago.
Okay, Umeu's going on sheep now. That's huge. All those sheep are fattened, so that's going to bring him a streamline of food.
Yes.
We could be expecting a ton of Janissary. He does only have a few villages on gold, so I think he's going to go mainly Janissary cannon, perhaps?
Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't matter that much if you gather these sheep now, because you are able to produce 555 Janissaries anyway, so he might maybe get it for Spahi or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing with that food. Does he have Spahi in his deck? He should, right?
Well, the thing is, with the normal food that you have, you can just make 5 Janissaries at a time, so you don't really need it all the way for that.
Right.
Fart now taking out the second trading post of Umeu, and scouting with his Minutemen, I like that a lot. It's low HP anyway, so see where the army of your opponent is moving and how you can best adapt to it.
Exactly, yeah.
He's probably gonna take this trading post and then immediately get back to his trading post, but it might be very close.
I just want to see how much food he's got. Okay, so current food, let's see.
I think he does still have 1 Abus gun left, Umeu it is. So Fart definitely able to take this battle. I wonder what happened with the second Abus gun. Did the Minutemen take it out? There was 1 Abus gun with like 10 HP left. Anyway, Umeu is still working on this treasure on the right side here, the Coureur de Bois with the bears. And he's gonna take it out now and get a little bit of an economic boost there. 2 cannons being shipped for Fart. So...
I'm expecting cannons for Umeu or Spahi,
yes.
I'm not sure.
If he ships Spahi, there you go, that's what the food was for. Then he can definitely do a good job versus Fart here. Fart not scouting this yet, of course, has to be very careful how you're going to approach this battle.
Yeah, I'm very, very familiar with this matchup. I mean, I've seen it hundreds, matter of fact, thousands of times. Should be interesting. You got Janissary and Spahi versus Janissary and Cannon.
Yes. Well, if he
Okay,
protects it
he's
well,
just
he should be
noticed
able.
Cannon now. I don't think he saw the cannon before.
Yeah. This is the first time we saw them, that's true. But if Fart micros this correctly, I believe that he should get the advantage in this battle because there are too many Janissaries to deal with the Spahis.
Okay, he's got to move those
Yes,
Spahi.
exactly. They're gonna be.
Ouch! No, that's terrible.
There's a little bit of a lag there.
Yeah, there was a leg spike.
But he moved them too late anyway, regardless of the lag. But
right. And actually, matter of fact, the leg was in his favor because I gave him time to react. Otherwise, he probably would have, done more damage.
Maybe, yes,
to
I
those
see what you
bodies.
mean. Anyway, he's going in now, and
he needs to pick off those cannon, though.
Yes.
That's the main.
Let's see how he's gonna. Very nice there, blocking the Spahis there.
He's just losing too much army. Wasteful. Needs to get cannons himself, I think.
Yeah, if he can come with cannons, and there they pop out now, then he can definitely take this fight.
Okay, he's got cannons now. Now, you know what I was thinking with the Spahi? What he should do is he should definitely put him in a control group and just kind of sneak him right behind the cannons. Because you look at how Fard protects those cannons.
Yes.
Umeu had so many opportunities.
Oh, wait, hold on a second, because the cannons might be out positioned there.
Oh, look at that.
And that is going to be very unfortunate for Fard.
Right here. Excellent opportunity to take out the cannons.
He is gonna get them. Yeah, well, it's gonna be very close. That's very unfortunate for Fart, kind of blocking his own path. And
but you know what? Umeu had more than one opportunity. I mean, he had so many opportunities to take that.
Yes. Oh wait, he didn't even kill the last cannon with his Spahis. Good job by Fart there at the last point, and now he definitely has to go back.
Yeah, it only got one shot off though.
But the thing is that your idea of going to the back and sneaking in like that is of course something you always want to try to. However, if you play versus a good opponent, he will definitely guard his cannons from every side.
Actually have a quite decent line of sight, and of course you only need two of them. They have high HP as well.
Yeah, but cannons have also a good line of sight. So if he watches his army, it won't be easy to just catch him off guard. But at least try it. That's right. Try to catch him off guard there. I like a lot what...
all I'm saying is that he had quite a few opportunities, so he should have definitely at least tried it. And so what do you think about the water? Do you think anybody's going there, or perhaps they're both going to send Mamelukes and fight it out again?
I think they're going to first use Mamelukes because that's going to be the best card for both of them to send now, especially of course since Umeu already used Spahis. What is interesting to me is that Umeu was going back now. Of course, he might be scared of Fart sending Spahis or Mamelukes, but if Umeu is going back, which Fart saw, I believe, at the lost line of sight from his hero, I really wonder why Fart didn't quickly take out the trading post of Umeu in the bottom before going back to his base. He could definitely have done so.
Alright, so here we go. It looks like it's 1,000 gold instead of the Mamelukes. Perhaps do you think Fard will send 1,000 gold or Mamelukes?
Well, you mean Umeu shipped 1k gold, or...
Yes,
I think he's going to use it for Mamelukes.
Gold, yeah. And I'm expecting Fard to send... Okay, he already sent the Mamelukes. So if they were to fight now, I think Fard has a huge advantage.
Yes, definitely.
So, I didn't take a look. See how many Janissary Umeu has. He's got a ton of Janissary.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. These Spahis will make up a difference. The only problem is, as soon as Umeu gets his Spahi out and still has his 2 cannons alive, that's going to matter a lot. And that means that Fard has to wait for his Spahis as well before he can take a fight. He seems to be going for a second trading post now. Where is his hero going? Oh no, he's just going to the army. And there we have one Janissary scout going in to Umeu's base, trying to figure out what he's doing. It is gonna...
I think he scouted that wall as well. It's quite funny.
It is a good wall, just making sure that no raiding cavalry can pick up your cannons.
He's containing himself too much. I mean, if he doesn't... I'm not sure what to say about that wall. I mean, he's going to have to get that... okay, I see he's got another forward wall there.
I think it's okay because as soon as he gets Mamelukes out, he's a lot safer. So he only risks losing if he's too far out of the map at this point in the game.
Yeah, those Mamelukes scouted those 2 villages at the bottom. So as you can tell by now, Umeu's far behind on villagers. I'm pretty sure. Because he lost 6 earlier. Wow, if you take a look at the villager count timeline.
Yeah, but actually, because of course no one has made a church yet and upgraded it, they will both be capped at 25, so the difference is only like 3 at this point. But of course, Fard did gather a lot more resources in the meantime with his villager
overall
advantage.
Resources, definitely in Fard's favor.
Yes. Yeah. He did take out the trading post.
Not by much, it's only 400 resources, the difference. And that's, I guess, because he sent the 1k gold, that's right.
Yeah, actually, how did Fart get his Spahis then? Did he not ship the coin? Yeah, Fart also shipped the coin.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the coin. I just saw a coin for Umeu.
Yeah, Fart also has. But anyway, Fart now took out. Oh, this is very nice. We talked about this a little bit. That's not nice to see. He took out trading post of Umeu. Very important to deny your opponent from the XP there as Ottomans. And now he has Spahis, and these Spahis will definitely be able to make a difference in this battle versus Mamelukes of Umeu. So I think that it's going to be very interesting to see the next battle coming up soon. These Spahis, especially, I mean these spies, especially if they're put in stealth mode.
Yeah, I was thinking spies. I don't
Oh, sorry, spies. I mean, maybe I said it wrong there. But anyway, if they're gonna put in stealth mode and the hero of Umeu is still at Fart's Rex, that means that Umeu has no option to scout any spies on the map. And that means that if Fart is approaching this the right way, he should definitely win because these spies have 200 damage versus Mamelukes, and that means they will be able to take them out.
You know, I was just kind of wondering, those spies are 125 gold apiece, and I'm not even too sure what to think about those things.
I actually do like it. By the way, it's a shipment here. He shipped 8 of them.
I mean, I don't know if you would do this in a serious play, because apparently this is a serious game, and I'm not sure what to think about it.
Think of it like this. You have Mamelukes and you have spy Janissaries.
Okay,
you also use your cannons already.
Yes.
There we have a raid coming in from the Mamelukes, but no, he killed. Wait a second.
Happened.
He killed one villager, I think, or not? No.
Umeu did scout the Mamelukes, though, so he does know he has them.
Yeah, but he knew that before, I think. But the thing is that
I think that's the first time he scouted the Mamelukes.
I think they were somewhere. The Mamelukes attacked the villagers, so he knew that there were Mamelukes on the map.
Ah, right, correct.
But Fart has used 2 cannons. He used his Mamelukes. So what cards does he have left? I think it's a really good option here to go for the spies because you know that your opponent will get Mamelukes as well. Although, where are the Mamelukes of Umeu?
Well, you could send 1,000 wood, right?
Yeah, but if you are able to take out your opponent's army with the mass Janissaries you have and your Mamelukes and then the spies to counter his mercenaries, that's really going to be a favor.
Honestly, I would have done a church and got my eco up, build trade posts since Fard has the map control and I would have sent 1,000.
Okay, hold on there. We see that he didn't use his coin for Mamelukes. He rather chose to go for a Manchu shipment. While at the same time, Fard seems to go for another raid there, but there are of course no more villages on that gold mine. Interesting.
But I guess it was a decision he made, right? And we'll just have to see how it plays out.
And now Fard knows about the Manchus.
How do spies do versus Manchus? I guess
same. Manchu is also mercenary, but now no, he doesn't. He should not. I think he saw them. That's so unfortunate. He saw the spies, and that's something Fard shouldn't have done. Oh, he made 2 cannons. How the hell did he get 2 cannons? Fard made an artillery foundry. We totally missed that. Sorry, guys. He made 2 cannons of his own, and definitely has a good army now. However, he can't go into this yet. He has to find a better angle to fight on. But he's chasing him back. And if he has the Ab's guns are definitely able to pick off the cannons, by the way, if they come in range. You see already one has half HP left. And there he's gonna try to cut it off on the other side. Very nice. If he now goes with both armies, he might be able to sandwich him, but he's not going for it yet.
The engagement was a bit late there.
Yes, but it's still bad that too bad for him that Fard showed his spies, because it would definitely be a very nice surprise for Umeu. And now, if I would be Umeu, I would buy back my hero for sure to be able to see the spies on time.
My only conclusion to that was that his lack of experience with the spies, because I don't think Fard has tried this strategy out too many times.
I think it was more of a misclick, or just the Manchus were coming towards him.
Well, just overall lack of experience, I think. But
why would it be lack of why lack of experience? He knows that he shouldn't show them, so.
Right, but I mean, lack of experience of showing them, perhaps maybe he forgot, or, whatever the case.
Anyway, we have now Fard going for this position, fortifying a bit of tower. I'm not sure if he should 1k coin of 1k wood, let me check that. Seems to be wood gathering, so he just made the artillery foundry there. He has 1 trading post still, why he managed to deny Umeu from a trading post all along. And now he finally have the spies in stealth mode, but of course, if you use them in one group with your Mamelukes, your opponent might see that something's wrong with the
I think he
padding.
knows there's spies there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's quite obvious. I mean, didn't I tell you earlier that it might be just lack of experience with the matchup, right?
Yeah, but that does make sense to me. I mean, Fard is a good player. He knows he shouldn't show his
He
spies.
is, of course, but I mean, just generally grouping them with the Mamelukes also.
I think it is just like, I don't even think he has them grouped. I think it just selected everything and moved it back.
Because spies are very sneaky units, and even a small mistake like that, uncovering their identity, knowing that they're on the map,
But hold on.
gives a big alarm
Yes.
to the opposing player.
The spies are now probably gonna try to sneak in from the back, while still some cannons taking off some shots here. But the Mamelukes, I mean the Manchus, are now in position to take out the cannons.
Excellent work with the spies.
There we have the spies, looking how fast they do damage.
I hope they don't get picked off too
Yeah,
early, though.
he should move them back now. Yes. And so far it's going very good for Fard. You see a 40 score advantage there. He has one spy, by the way, close to his opponent, two actually, to just make sure that he knows everything that's coming in there. You see they're in stealth mode near the base of Umeu, and now Umeu finally bought back his hero, I believe, to be able to detect those spies, because that's what he definitely needs to do. So he doesn't want to get caught off guard again like he was 5 seconds ago. Fard still has an artillery foundry, so if he is able to make more cannons or Ibis guns, that would definitely be a good choice in my opinion. It's interesting to see that he's not going for another trading post. He's going for a market there in the middle of the map, but no water from either one.
That's an extra advantage for Ottomans in the Nilla, because there is no spies, and I think spies were they were definitely introduced in the War Chiefs. I haven't seen them used too much here in the Dynasties, so I'm not sure if they're usable. I do know they were nerfed, but
I still remember some match. Maybe it was in the War Chiefs. It was from I believe Parfait versus Iron Grunt. Very nice match, where he used spies also to try to catch off some of the cannons from Iron Grunt, I believe. That's one of the first cases I've seen. I've seen this. Hold on for a moment there. We see that this spy is blocking the house for Umeu, and that means that same with a native scout from the French guys. You should know something is blocking your house, and you should know to go scout it with your hero, as he's doing now. And then the spy will be revealed there in a second, and there you can shoot it off. Oh, he doesn't. He is even. He can. Whoa.
I don't think he notices that unit there.
Yeah,
there
but he shoot. I mean, why otherwise would you go back to that point? Anyway, Mamelukes being still being shipped there. And Fard now going for a second town center. He's really trying to make his advantage even bigger there. What would actually be fun is if Umeu would make spies of his own. Because I'm not sure if Fard would expect it.
Umeu is falling behind economically,
yes,
big time. And longer the game goes, you know, it's more danger for him, because at this point, you know, Fard has 4 cannons.
Yep.
There's 6 cannons. There's 2 by the artillery foundry. A total 6 cannons and Janissary combo. Mixed in with some spies. I mean, this is really just an unbeatable combo.
Very strong. Umeu is now trying to take some of the map back, but he has to be really careful, as you say. 6 cannons are out with Janissary protection. That's going to be really rough to deal with.
And I don't think Umeu knows. Of course, I don't even think he scouted the artillery foundry. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, he should know that there's an artillery foundry up because of the more cannons that were made by Fard, so...
the added cannons, yes, that makes sense, right.
So the battle is gonna commence here in a second. There we have all the cannons popping out.
Wow.
Look at this output damage, and there the spies go versus the Mamelukes. Very nice.
Very nice engagement.
Although he kind of blocks himself a little bit there, but look how fast his Mamelukes are gonna get taken out. He's not microing the cannons on the other cannons. That's a little bit unfortunate to see, but he's definitely gonna come ahead.
Those Mamelukes went down very quickly, and I thought that was quite a nice use of spies there.
Yes, indeed.
Very nice use.
He's now focus firing the glass cannon. As you see, it will go down there, and that means that good game.
Very
Fard
well
won this
known
one.
Spies, actually.
Good job there. Very nice game here. As you see here, that Fard made very nice use of his spies here. It was a very interesting move of him. We don't see it that often, and of course the fact that he kind of gave it away that he had spies early on still wasn't going that good for Umeu. I mean, he knew about the spies, but still, what do you do against it? You have to kill them off anyway. He brought back his hero to be able to scout them, but as soon as you try to charge in with your Mamelukes on the cannons, you see that the spies are gonna get brought forward, as Forward did there, Fart did there.
Yeah, very good use indeed. Yeah, I agree.
But a lot indeed comes down to the early villages that Umeu lost. It's quite weird actually that you go from 16 to 10. It's 6 villages lost there. That's not something that should happen. I'm not sure what would happen there. Anyway, that means it's 1-1 now. And we are going to go into the third game, which is it is a BO5 by the way, so that means it's 1-1 now, but the first player who wins 3 games will advance to the next round. It is the round of 16. We are currently playing the round of 32. Currently playing the round of 32 for this PK tournament.
Third map on Siberia, yeah.
Third map is Siberia, yes. I'll be right back as well, taking a quick drink. Hold on a minute. Fart is be right back for 4 minutes, so I'll be right back as well, maybe 2 minutes something. Chicks, by the way, clear this out with Umeu, it seems, for the slot.
I'll clear it up.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So it looks like the last match was won by Fard. And so in this case, since Fard used Ottomans, he can't use Ottomans again. And of course, he can't. And he can't use any. Oh, it is 1-1. So yes, it's only Ottomans that's restricted for him.
By the way, H2O wants to commentate with us. How about that?
That can definitely work, sure. But I'm not sure if these guys are willing to wait, perhaps for the next match. Next series, Giljardi and Nevier.
Oh, you mean to go with 2 instead of 3 commentators?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Nevier versus Giljardi is going to go, by the way, because I'm not sure how Giljardi went to bed or something. There seemed to be an issue. They actually waited for me to for us to catch the game, but I'm not sure if they're gonna finish it tonight or maybe have to finish it tomorrow then.
They scheduled to play at 20:30, correct?
Now they played it earlier, but because Giljardi had to go at some point, but he wasn't sure about that, had to do with some family stuff. But I asked them if they could wait so that I could cast it for for all the viewers.
Right. Okay. Let him. We'll get him in touch with the next series. That way we can get him hooked up, the sound and all that. So do you have any other series games?
I think H2O would be a good addition though to the commentary thing, by the way. But
right. Well, as it is, he's not an actual commentator, so we're going to have to leave it for next stage, and I'll add him to the list. Otherwise, Umeu is going to have a problem with it, and he's
I think
allowed
we
to
can
say
clear
no.
that with Umeu if that will be a problem. But okay, we can try it for the next series. But I don't think that Umeu will have a problem with H2O casting, to be honest.
Well, he was already having a problem because I was American, and so he is he. But I don't have a problem with him casting at all. But I just think it's better if we have him casted at the start of next round. If he wanted to cast, we'd get him hooked up on TeamSpeak, this and that. That takes time, right?
Yeah, it should not be that long, but okay, fine. No problem there.
Well, if he already has if he already has everything hooked up, he can get on here and commentate. That would do. But if it's going to take time, I don't want to hold these players up.
Okay, so I'll ask him then if he can jump in here.
Yeah.
Though there's one problem. I mean, you guys are both from America, so that would not really improve the game.
And as it is, Umeu already disputed it. And if I wasn't the commentator, he wouldn't allow any other American, especially since they're not on the list. And that's why I was projecting to put at the start of this round. You see what I'm saying, Vinny?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Now, I don't want to really mention this publicly, but you understand the situation.
Yeah, never mind. H2O is not gonna come in now. He will come in for a next match, and we'll just finish this with the 2 of us.
Right, right. So, we'll be more than happy to have you on board. I'll put you in for round of 16 if you wish. That should work.
Okay, we see that both players are kind of discussing the civilizations. I think. Iro Otto, Otto. If you can go Iro Otto, he can. Yes, he can.
As well, if anybody else is interested in commentating, just get in touch with me, and we can definitely have you as one of the commentators.
Yeah,
for
that
round of
depends
16.
though how it will go. Depends on who is going to commentate.
Right. That's of course correct. You'd have to get in touch with me, and I'll get in touch with the casters. Vinny being one of them, one of the main casters. We do have Zuda, who sometimes casts some of the tournament matches, and so if it's okay with the casters, and if you do get in touch with me, then we can definitely make it happen.
Okay, so looks like we're about to start the next game. We had so far Umeu winning the Iroquois mirror on Great Plains, and then we had Fard winning the Ottomans mirror on Saguenay. A very nice strategy by Fard, pulled off there with the spies, but also Umeu a little bit unfortunate with the 5-6 villager loss in the start. Definitely makes a lot of difference. It's like half the villagers already, so that's kind of like 1/3 of your economy gone.
It put him behind, and at the same time, Umeu should have taken advantage of Fard's map. That's what I felt that game there.
Yeah, maybe indeed, but it's hard to say. Anyway. Third game is then going to be Siberia. We have now Fard spawning here in red as India, playing versus Umeu as Iroquois. Interesting matchup. To be honest, I would give a slight advantage to Iroquois here, but India, of course, is still a very strong civilization. It's not like it's just an easy win for Iroquois, for sure not. We have both players with a defensive tower. That's always how you start off in Siberia. Both of them have their tower in front of the town center, although the tower for Umeu is a little bit in a better position, I would say. Because of the additional line of sight that you have, but it's quite similar, quite equal. And also going to the map, Siberia also has, as we see here, 3 coin mines for both, and then 1, 2, 3 herds for Umeu, and for Fard not the best actually. Not
Only
the best
one herd close by, right?
Yes.
Now, Fard might. We don't know what to expect here, but of course he can restart this match. We could probably be expecting that.
Yes. He can definitely do so. He knows this map, he played it a lot, so he knows how it should start out, and he knows also that not just... Yeah, this hunt, for example, should be a little bit placed like over here usually, so he definitely doesn't have the best hunts. All his hunts are quite far. He can ask for a restart, but maybe he wants to scout a little bit more around his base to see how it is. As we see here,
Right.
Umeu has it one closer there, and this one is pretty hurtable as well. And then he has only these 2 which are far out, but even so, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 hunts available.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Umeu has a better map.
Yes. The Indian guy can of course still edge up with the Agua Fort and get some more map control, but it's not gonna be easy for him. Anyway, it seems that Fard is not going for a rehost here. So he is gonna say, let's make it a good game. Well, I concur with that, of course. Let's make it a good game. Let's make it an interesting game. And make it a fair game. So we are here, make it a fair game. And then we see that Fard's gonna pick up here. What is it? Can't even see it. It's like 110 wood or 90. It is 110 wood, of course, because the 2 strongest tigers here on this map. Anyway, nice treasure for India. It's of course a free house for everyone, but also India villagers cost wood, and that means that you get a villager for free there. So far regarding treasures, Umeu had not the best treasures yet, like a macaque that's okay to scout a little bit, and a little bit of coin, but Far definitely 50 wood already. 60 coin, and now of course the 110 wood. We see now that Umeu finally got 50 wood as well. And Fard going to get this 50 wood here. Of course, on this map Siberia, usually, by the way, the resources are very well balanced. I'm quite surprised that it turns out to be this way in this game. It's not something that happens often on this map. But there are a lot of good treasures around here. The 110 wood is probably the best treasure you can get on this map. And there are a lot of small wood treasures like the 50 and 40 wood as you've seen, and here, for example, 80 wood also.
Which makes this map very famous for balance because of the the low treasures.
I do have to say that this map favors the defensive style a little bit more. So if you play versus a Rush civilization, you, for example, have the additional tower that you can use as a defensive position. For example, we saw it in Spadal, British versus Bonang's Iroquois. And also you have a decent number of resources available to just get out your army without being pressured too much early on. And of course, this is quite a long distance from town center to town center, which makes it a little bit easier and having a little bit more time as well. We see the Agra fort coming up in a very defensive position. By the way, the good thing about these herds here is that unlike Great Plains, they almost never, if at all, if never actually, backherd. So even if you herd it from all the way over there, as you see that animal there, you can still get it to your town center. It just takes a little bit more time to get it there. Anyway, he was trying to harass the... very nice. This is the good thing about Indian elephants. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. Look, this is very interesting. The elephants have area damage, and that's because every time that the Iroquois Travaux is going to build something, it will mean that as soon as the elephants attack the Iroquois, they will immediately also attack anything in the area of 2 around it. And that means that, of course, with the siege damage against and bonus against a unit building being built, they will do additional damage and take it out even before it starts to build. And that's why he had to rebuild it a couple of times. So nice job by Fart there, delaying that a little bit from Umeu. And there we have a 600 wood shipment from Umeu coming up, and there's a second trading post already. So probably going to go for a little bit of more of a booming style. Of course, going into the Agra fort is never easy, especially with the town center and tower as well. So going for a hard rush versus India is probably not the best option as Iroquois. You have a strong army available in the second age, and you can definitely go for a more economic style with a market, with a trading post, and maybe even go for some kind of semi-fortress and fire it out from there.
It's something you want to scout though, because you know, even though you see a forward war hut, India should still scout and see what the Iroquois is doing, because clearly he is booming. He's got double TP market.
Definitely. Yes, he ate a few Aina out here. That's just like really a few, just to have in case there's some weird stuff coming in from far that he's able to deal with it. But I'm not expecting him to make a lot of units early on. And there you have the 5 villager shipment, currently idle, but there we go, test on the food. And that means that this is going to be the kind of the most boomy style from Iroquois that we see. 2 trading posts, market, 5 villagers, and play it out from there. Oh, we have another nice one here, 85 wood. Going to be picked up by Umeu anytime soon. And now Fart is trying to revive his Adibang mate there, his second hero. Of course, a lot of HP in battles, so very important to have them, and also useful to scout around here.
Now this map is also quite nice because you got the frozen lake there right in the middle to prevent any Iroquois rushes forward war hut, or even an Ottoman Janissary rush, for example. It makes it more of a defensive map to prevent these, and also favors more defensive civilizations such as British, and
just
offers a chance for other civilizations to be played.
I mentioned that a little bit earlier there, but yes, indeed. We see, by the way, one of the abilities of the heroes from India here, that they can heal each other. So they of course regenerate HP, but healing them even goes faster. Fart is also going for a pretty economic style, market up, consulate up, and also adding a stable, because first Iroquois, of course, you need some cavalry, otherwise he's going to make Aenas only, and cavalry himself. I'm not sure what Fart is trying to get done here. This is a very brave move here, trying to...
Fart is just trying to scout in front of him. He's not trying to waste his units. He's very careful, as you can tell.
But yeah, if you see this score difference, then you should know that at this point the Iroquois has more units out than you. It's not just an economic score difference, there's more than that. But indeed, he wanted to scout, he wanted to get confirmation what the Iroquois had out, and you saw that he had a lot of Aenas. Fart scouted that, so he knows that he definitely has to bring up some more Gurkhas, as he's doing now, and to mix in cavalry as well. Also, continuous scouting here by Umeu. You also saw it in the last game with his with the scout that he rescued from a treasure. Continuous scouting is very important on these high-level games. You need to know what's going on. You need to know if the stable is being added, as you see now that he scouted this. Consulate being to allied with the Ottomans. Of course, first of all, it's going to get you an economic boost because you can get the villager shipment from it, and later on you can get the hussars from it, and that's of course very nice for his Iroquois.
Here we go with Umeu with the forward push.
Exactly.
This should be interesting. I don't think India can hold this.
He definitely has to go back, indeed. He can't hold this right now. I do think that Fart's BO had a little bit some flaws here, I would say, like not the best timed out thing, but anyway, he definitely is waiting for more units to come out, and he has to be careful with these villagers.
I mean,
them
that's
back.
a huge mass. Can India actually stop this? Because
not at this point. Then he needs to defend. He needs to go back and defend near his Agra fort. He's definitely gonna lose a house or two. But that's the problem with Iroquois. You are able to go for an economic build, and then from there on, after your villages and wood shipment, make continuous units from your war hut and spam all the shipments that you have in the second age. And if you have a quick look here, you see that he has 7 hyenas and 6 tomahawks that he can add to his army, in addition to what he makes from his war hut. And there we also have a stable coming up, of course, because he saw some Gurkhas. 4 camels being shipped by Fard now. He definitely needs to get some army out fast, but this is still not something he can deal with, I feel. What he can do, though, is use his Gurkha in one group and the Sarpoi in another group, and then use the range of the Gurkha, because they have 18 range and hyenas only have 16 range. So you're definitely able to take off some HP or units there with good micro. And of course, if you can lure anything into the fort here, that would also be nice. I think he's kind of waiting for maybe the hussars to pop out from the consulate, but if he's not careful, he's gonna lose them. And now he should definitely use his camels on the hyenas so that the tomahawks won't attack this consulate. If you go in here, that means you might lose some HP, but then the tomahawks definitely have to go there to block the camels from the hyenas, and now they can just siege there and take out the consulate. That's very unfortunate for Fard here. 200 wood wasted, and of course also allying to someone also takes some time. Yeah, again, houses on the outside, I really don't like this. They're out of range of the Agra fort. Why would you build a house there? You just see that your opponent has a much bigger army. I would have liked to see him build a house behind the Agra fort or something, because now he's going to lose another house. And yeah, 30 score advantage for Umeu already.
Yeah, there's no doubt Umeu's in big trouble, Fard is in big trouble.
Yes.
He is going for the hunt there in the back, so I'm not sure if Umeu did scout that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I think he has with the tiger before, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Fard, yeah, he's just probably waiting for more cavalry, but there are so many tomahawks already. This is going to be really, really hard for him to deal with this. And that's just kind of the problem. You can't really rush the Iroquois India, and you can't really boom against them either, because 2 trading posts in the market and the villager shipments that they have, 5 plus 4. Let me quickly check if he used all those. He only used 5 villagers, but that just means that the economic lead that the other guy has over US India is way better. Of course, the Agra fort positioning is not the best. I mean, why would you have it on the side? I would rather put it in front here, or maybe like here, or maybe closer like here, but not so far on this side, because everything that's happening over here is out of range of the Agra fort. And also, you are not using a tower at best.
Perhaps he built it there because his hunt was there towards the right.
Yeah, but in the end he built it, he got the hunt all the way to his town center. You could also put the Agra fort right next to his town center. That would be better range option than this one, in my opinion. But we have Umeu going in there on the left side.
Yeah, Fard's going to be in big trouble.
Yes, popping out Minuteman now. He's definitely going to pick the fight over here. The tomahawk is going to be targeted on the camels.
I think this battle here is in favor of Umeu.
Yes.
Those tomahawkers putting a lot of work here.
Yep. And the Kanya is now going to be tested on the Gurkhas of Fard, but he has no anti-cavalry left there. Not even a 5 Separ shipment.
Wow.
Interesting.
Those tomahawk are incredible.
Yes.
And actually quite good micro by Umeu. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Putting the tomahawk in hand attack there.
Yeah, he did a good job, but with such a huge mass, and as we see here, tomahawks now have 215 HP. That is not just the boost from the hero, but that is also the boost from the cards, because he definitely sent 1 or 2 cards there to boost up the infantry hit points, and this is just an army you can't deal with at this point, and that's why people don't like to play India versus Iroquois. At least one of the reasons.
I'm quite sure Umeu still outmassed him, but it was pretty good micro there by the tomahawk, and the rest of his army. Well done.
Yeah.
So I felt the Fard, of course, should have adapted better. I mean, he did scout his army there quite a few times.
Yeah, but then again, what can he really do versus it? That's the main problem. He did scout pretty okay, but he added the stable, which of course is something that he needs versus Al Diaina, I would say. But if you look at, for example, all the resources gathered, you see that this economic lead from the Iroquois with the trading post, with the 5 villages shipment, being ahead in villages all the time, it's just such a rough situation as India to deal with. And of course, his hunts weren't the best either. He had to move around more than his opponent has had to. So it's just very, very rough, this kind of thing.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think this might have been the first time that we've seen India on Siberia.
Yeah, maybe so, indeed. Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's not a popular civ on this kind of map. Usually, it's either Ottomans or perhaps French, maybe, or British.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, he couldn't.
Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the AGC New England and the OBS New England are exactly the same.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either, but I've seen from the other games that the AGC map seemed pretty okay.
Yes.
It's 2-1 for Umeu now, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, so just confirmation there from H2O. The maps should be the same, except if there's FP1.x in it, and that's referring to the frame patch version. Then it
Now,
should be different map.
what I understood was the AGC maps are exactly the same as the OBS maps, which are equal to the regular maps, the standard maps.
Okay.
So Umeu won twice in a row. Is this correct?
Yes, he won twice in a row.
And his last match was Iroquois, so he can pick Ottoman this match, yes.
Yeah, Ottomans is then not. That is something you updated indeed for the next stage, but in this stage he can then indeed play Ottoman. So, yes, okay. Okay, so guys, currently Umeu up 2-1 versus Ford. It is going to be an Ottoman mirror again. Of course, on this map, Ottomans is a very favorite civilization, so I'm no surprise there for both of them to pick Ottomans.
Of course, we got Venividivici here casting for us in the PK Clan tournament. This is best out of 5, and this is the 4th map of the pool. And as you can tell here, it looks like it's going to be indeed an Ottoman mirror. I would think maybe Fard would use French, perhaps. I understood he was using French quite a lot recently.
Yeah, he is good with French, but to be honest, on this map versus Ottomans, I think you don't have a chance as French. The 4 trading posts is just too much of an advantage for a civilization that's already quite strong. Especially with good micro, which Umeu definitely is capable of doing. Just a little bit of a joke there, by the way, guys, for anyone who read that. Let's wait for a moment if the map's gonna load. It should work out fine.
Yeah, sometimes it does bug out, and that's normal.
Okay. We are gonna start, yes. So, Umeu here in red playing Ottomans, and we have here Fard playing Ottomans as well in blue on the other side of the map. Take a quick look at map balance here.
Yeah, they both starting with 1 mine. It looks quite balanced. And looking at the hunts, of course, it looks like the blue player here, Ottomans, of course, Fard. He does have a forward hunt deer and a back hunt of deer, the starting hunt. And looking at Umeu here in the top corner, he has a starting deer and second deer a bit further away there.
Yes,
so I think
something.
It should be fine.
Yeah, I think the map is a little bit in favor of Fard, I would say, with the hunts, but the mines are pretty equal. And we see here that Fard wanted to go for. I'm not sure what I said. Anyway, Fard took the trading post on the right, and Umeu was there a little bit later, so he now takes the other trading post right next to it. And that means that they both.
Will he make it?
No.
No.
He won't make it. He won't make it. He didn't get the XP on time, I believe.
Okay, he says he needs a rehost, and yeah, he has plenty of mines actually. I don't think he's scouted behind him.
Yeah, but his hunts are quite bad, so I understand there's a rehost there, to be honest. He has a mine in the back. He might have not scouted it, but the hunts were a problem for him. They were, like I said, better for Fard, so I understand.
User was moved out of your channel.
His rehost there.
User was moved to your channel.
Okay, checks, are you ready? Then we can jump into the fourth game.
Sorry about that. So we are back. So Umeu decided he wanted to restart that game, correct? And so it's only Fard who has a restart left?
Yes. That's correct. And now we see that Fart can go for a rehost. We see that Umeu has 4 hunts. Probably the best
Wow.
map you can get here, with the mines very close, and Fart only has 2 hunts. But the problem is that seeing 2 hunts, he might not rehost because he thinks there's a 3rd hunt in the back or something.
I mean, to be honest with you, if you start with if you have a starting hunt and then 1 hunt in line of sight, that should be fine. Because Fard even has a 3rd hunt there, which is really not that far away. But
No,
yes, I
wait.
agree. Umeu's map is
It's
much,
not
much better.
it's not that Fart has a bad map. The problem is more like, if you play the game on a high level, everything matters, and that's why I'm saying, like, okay, Fart
Right.
should he has a rehost available, let me say like that. But of course he can risk getting a worse map in the 3rd game. So
Yes. Yeah, well, we leave that up to the players. I
Yeah.
mean, we'll just have to see what happens. And
you're
of
right,
course,
he has 2 hunts there, and he can definitely hurt in this bring in this 3rd one here. So that's definitely good. So Umeu, big smile there, of course, having a very good map here.
yeah.
And
And now, yeah, that treasure is 60 food. That's not too bad.
yeah, just a second. Did you catch there if Umeu got the XP from it, from the first Rava?
I'm not sure what exactly.
And this one isn't bugged, right?
Oh, I didn't see if you got the XP. No, I didn't notice it.
No, they both have the same XP, so it shouldn't be bugged. I think Fart got the XP, so it's barely not bugged. But I'm not sure if Umeu got the XP. Oh, well, actually, he should have then gotten the XP. Look, by the way, this card, man. I think it's so silly. I mean, look at this. You have this card comes in so fast. That's why I said, by the way, French versus Ottomans is gonna be really hard on this map, because of all the trading posts and the huge income Ottoman can get from it.
Now notice how Fard didn't scout Umeu's side of the map, but however Fard knows his side of the map is not looking too good. I mean, it is quite decent, but it's nothing fantastic.
Umeu also has an additional mine on his side of the map, although it's going quite close to the middle guy.
I mean, at the same time, you got to think about it, right? It's not unplayable or anything for Fard.
Yeah, the thing is,
be a problem if it goes late game, though.
it's not unplayable, but the problem I always have with this, is that in a mirror matchup especially, and especially on in good games of high level, everything matters. So a long game is just shit for Fart. And of course you can say, like, okay, you have to make it work into a less longer game, or you can go for other ways. That is true. However, it's not always easy, especially since it's a mirror matchup. I mean, the other guy can do the same as you, but then better. With the map
Now,
that he
notice
has.
last tournament, if you remember, we didn't really have exact rules determining how the hunts exactly worked. Sometimes we'd leave it up to the caster, but in this case, we have it very specific. In this case, we're leaving it up to the players.
I think leaving it up to the casters might be a good issue if the players agree with it. Spadel asked me before as well.
Every game casted, especially in the bracket stage.
Yeah, but that's like I say, when the players agree with it. But never mind, we get into that at some other point. We have a game now here, and we see that Umeu also rescued a settler. Wait a second, a settler and a native scout. He has something with these native scouts. He always finds native scouts on the map. So if you play a game versus Umeu, keep in mind that there should always be a native scout somewhere around your base. Anyway, he also rescued the settler, so very nice economic boost there from him.
Now I'm looking at the sheep distribution. Umeu hasn't gotten any sheep yet, and Fard has 4, so that might help him out a little bit.
Yes, indeed. And Umeu now going for the 2nd trading post. And Fart, let me see. Umeu is going for the, this is of course just his Nilla playstyle, I think. Going for the tower, of course, to protect the ponds. If there's going to be ships here, your tower will be able to attack them. And going for the fast forward is with the 200 coin that you have there. Fart is going for 400 wood age up. And the Rex again. So that's interesting. Of course, if you want to go for a fast forward, you can still age up with the 400 wood. Though on this map a tower is probably preferred to protect versus ships. And also, if you want to go for a fast forward, you would probably not gather the wood and build a Rex, but first gather all the food and coin you need and age up as fast as possible, and then go for a Rex. Anyway, Fart shipping again, 5 Janissaries. He's probably going to do the same thing as it worked pretty well for Umeu before. I'm not sure if he's going to get 5-6 villager kills again.
Yeah, we'll just. He's going to try out his luck again. So.
Yeah, exactly. We do have, of course, now the difference that Umeu age up with the tower instead of the. And by the way, Fart sees this a little bit here when it was building. 500 HP down already. But Umeu last time aged with 400 wood and now he aged with the tower, so he has a bit of the better defense, and of course he sees the Janissaries coming, so he won't lose more villages, I think. He's gonna lose his scout though. Too bad for him there.
Okay, so Umeu's got clearly a villager vulnerable here, and he hasn't moved it.
Yes, he is gonna lose it. That's really surprising.
So you can't really blame anybody but himself that he lost that villager there.
Yeah, he sees this coming from miles away and yet loses the villager still. Very weird there.
And I don't believe we've seen any 3-minute leg delays. Not
this game looks fine for me. Although again, of course, as a player it's sometimes a little bit different than as a caster, but it looks fine so far, yes.
It looks like they're going for an explorer trade there. Both explorers going to call it a night there.
Well, actually, if Far just shoot... Oh my... Why isn't he not... He should have just shot the hero and then he would have got Umeu's hero. Anyway, his one is going to die. No, it's not going to die.
Only 9 HP. I mean, he should have definitely... a little bit of a micromanagement there.
Yes, and we see again the same strategy from Fart here. 700 coin being shipped in the back of it, just doing some harassment with the Janissaries. Prevent again another villager kill, and that's going to be at least one more. Yes, there we go, 3 villagers down. And he is also going to get the Rex.
He really needs to figure out this this strategy properly against the Ottomans here.
Yeah, it's actually surprising because it is not, if you see that the other guy is going for a tower, although Far didn't know it up front while he chose to go for this Janissary stuff, but it is something not that uncommon, so I'm surprised that he that is still going like this. He's going to use Minutemen now to try to catch off these Janissaries, but I think Fart will siege the house before he will leave. I think, yes.
That's not a smart idea. The house is only worth 100 resources.
Yeah, but
and he's losing too many Janissary for that.
Yeah, he did indeed lose like 3-4 Janissaries, and he's gonna lose a 4th one. He's kind of frustrated with his own APM there at the moment. Maybe he wanted to pull out earlier, as you said, Chicks, instead of losing all those Janissaries. Anyway, we have now Umeu shipping 5 Janissaries again. I'm very surprised about that.
Deleted them.
Now we see have lag, by the way.
Yeah. I'm not, my connection is looking fine here.
Yeah, this looks like someone is dropping out or so. This is not normal.
And we're back.
But anyway, I'm very surprised that Umeu is again going for this 5 Janissary shipment. He's aging with the Hussar, so he doesn't have to protect any Abu's gun anyway. And Fart kind of tricked him into doing this last time also, and if you just save this shipment and ship 8 Janissaries, of course he doesn't know exactly what Fart is doing, but yeah, he didn't scout, that's of course a thing. If he had scouted he would have known it, but even so, he aged like 30 seconds later, so even then he could have waited and shipped 8 Janissaries and not waste a shipment on 5 Janissaries in my opinion. But anyway, he chose to do so, so I have to see this, these Hussars there going in for a raid. And of course Fart shipping the 700 wood to get a good setup ready for the 3rd age.
Now, by now, players should be very familiar with the Ottoman mirrors, and he should know that the 4 Hussar is coming down.
Yes.
But I guess these thoughts, they just don't come to mind immediately.
Yeah, but, sometimes you're busy with micro and stuff. On the other hand, he really has to get this herd towards his town center. He doesn't have that good
right. Look at the Ford battle as well. He should pick off the Minutemen first, I think.
Yes.
Definitely pick off the Minutemen. I think he should get a few shots, but miss micromanagement there by Fart. Not looking too good for him. 4 Hussars there. He just put all those villages back in the TC. Well done. However, I think he will lose a couple of Hussars here.
Very quick move, and there we have a bad pathing here from Umeu.
Stuck. He got stuck.
He went the other way. He was going the good direction with his Hussars, but then he probably clicked right next to his army and he went back.
The cliff there.
Yes. However, he is now able to take out some of the Hussar HP, but this is not a battle that is going good for him because the other Janissaries from Fart are closing.
I think he should have fought that battle, but I guess he's going to engage later. Yeah.
He wanted to wait for the 5 more Janissaries from his Rex.
Okay, notice he's got 1,000 coin there. Umeu has 1,000 coin.
Yes, I see. Good that you pointed out. So far they're just going to leave it at this. Both are going to go back now. But that means that with the 700 wood shipment, and of course the wood that Fart had from the age up, he should be able to upgrade his Janissaries faster than Umeu will.
And notice the bill count as well. I mean, Farda still has a better economy here, so do keep that in mind. Umeu did lose quite a few villagers earlier.
Yes.
Umeu does have 2 trade posts though, so that might balance the act.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised again that Fard is not going for another trading post, but he's going for an artillery foundry. Very interesting to go for Abbas gun Janissaries at this phase in the game. I mean,
I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. Okay, another villager raiding there in the back might lose 1. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out because he sent the gold. He might send Mamelukes versus Janissary Abbas, so that should be interesting.
Well, there's definitely a battle he's going to take, and that's why I'm so surprised to see this. Of course, it's nice to change things up and surprise your opponent, but it's kind of figured out that at this point adding Abbas guns is not the best choice in my opinion, because before you get a good mass of them, you might get overwhelmed by your opponent, especially if he ships Mameluke so early. And you also, of course, invest 300 wood in it, but it could be another trading post. So I have to see. And he also, his trading post is half HP, so he has to be very careful not losing it. He wanted to go for Umeu's trading post, but now is coming back to defend his trading post.
Alright, here we go with Fard. He's got a bigger mass than Janissary spam, and that's because I don't think he sent 1,000 gold, rather just making Janissary the whole time, focusing on them.
Yes, and I believe he shipped 8 Janissaries as well. And of course,
we do have
Umeu...
some Abbas there in the back, so as well for Fard.
Yep. Wait, that's 3 and 5. How is that working out? Did he ship 5 and make 3? He must have.
Looks like it.
Or were these just waiting?
I'm trying to. I'm going to take a look at Fard's deck. He does have 5 Abbas. Perhaps
he shipped them and made 3. Okay, then he's definitely going to get these Janissaries, but this is just a point at which Umeu should just go back and wait for the Mamelukes to join in. It's actually very unfortunate that he lost a lot of Janissaries, because I believe if he didn't take the battle that happened like 10 seconds ago, he would do a lot better waiting for the Mamelukes and then fighting.
He didn't have to fight it.
Exactly, because now you have few Janissaries to kill off the other Janissaries while the Mamelukes keep them busy.
And now he'll keep on losing some more. He does scout the Abbas though with that wall there, so that's good.
Yep. And you see, of course, the Abbas guns 40 siege damage times 1.5.
Yeah.
That's 60 siege damage, 60 plane damage per Janissary. So they.
Hopefully he doesn't lose any more Janissary to those Abbas though.
Yeah, there's one more going down there. Actually, the Mamelukes. It takes a long time to get the Mamelukes out. I don't know why. Oh, the trading post is set to resource, not to XP. There we have Mamelukes popping out now, and if he pops out Minutemen as well, this should definitely be the battle that is in his favor.
Yeah, he already sent Minutemen earlier, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right, indeed he did. You see a good micro going on, Janissaries being used as a shield to the Mamelukes in melee mode as well, while the Abbas guns are focus firing Janissaries. And this is kind of close, but don't count out Mamelukes yet.
Looking like a pretty good battle here. I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying it as well, yes. Good micro going on from both. You see that Umeu is pulling his cavalry back there. But
I don't think he should have had his villages there. He should put his Mamelukes back into battle. I'm not sure what he's doing with those.
A lot of them are just running around idle a little bit there. It seems that he is... he's not focusing the Abbas guns in the back. These Mamelukes should definitely go to the back and focus.
Yeah, it's definitely
but very good micro by Fard, by the way. Continuously changing up his position, swapping the Abbas guns and the Janissaries. And this all comes down to the fact that Umeu lost, in my opinion, too many Janissaries early on. If he had them still, he might have been able to take out the Janissaries faster from Fard.
And really, to be honest with you, just a couple micro mistakes by Umeu in that battle is really going to cost him a lot. He lost 3-4 villagers there just by having them part of the battle. And of course, he mismicroed the Mameluke.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do a good job microing the Mamelukes to the back to not take full hits from the Janissaries, but indeed they were going a little bit too far to the back. But the villagers were probably used as some kind of decoy, you know, to absorb some damage. Villagers not the biggest thing there, to lose a few, if you can come out ahead.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree about the Mameluke micro. Could have been better.
We have 1k coin now for Fard as well, so he's going to ship Mamelukes of his own.
Yeah, in the next shipment indeed.
And that's very important to notice here, because even if Umeu would have cleaned up this battle, would have won it, I still would have given the edge to Fard, because he had still his Mamelukes available, while Umeu would have lost almost all of his Mamelukes. But now Fard has not lost his whole army, and he still have Mamelukes available. So there's going to be very hard for Umeu to deal with this.
I think I like Fard's decision making here. I mean, for the fact that he pulled off the same strategy, it just shows that it works in terms of Janissary rushing and just kind of pushing him off resources. It tends to be working out quite well.
Yes, indeed. And it's interesting to see more Abs guns joining here. So we have a raid coming in. Well, that's one Hussar raid on the left side. Not going to do that much
probably. Is quite heavy on gold. Umeu is very heavy on gold. Now, I would say I'm hoping for some Spahi. I think Spahi would do quite nice. But I don't think he will be shipping those. Perhaps Machu.
Yeah, perhaps Manchu to counter the Mamelukes of Fard that he's expecting to come in. But this is very, very rough position from Umeu.
I don't know if he's probably even expecting. I mean, Manchu are good against Mamelukes and cannons.
Yes. Or Spahi, whatever. Everything that Fard ships, actually, Manchu are good for us.
You know, and Manchu are really not that bad in Ottoman mirrors. Now, I don't see them in all the decks. Manchu are quite. I can't say they're popular, but some people prefer to have them.
Fard even popping out Minutemen just to increase his army size. He's probably thinking like, okay, this is the final battle. I have to get a decisive win there. Mamelukes on the way as well. And of course, the Janissaries just seizing a town center while the Abs guns have their fun with the Janissaries from Umeu in the back. And this is of course a good game. Interesting by Fard again to pull off the Artillery Foundry, but this time for Abs guns rather than cannons. And it is kind of a different style what we've seen a lot in the Nilla tournament, so maybe something Umeu isn't that used to. Although I have to say that a lot of this comes down to two things again. First of all, Umeu lost 2 villages early on, or 3, which is not the best thing. But also, he again kind of wastes his shipment, in my opinion, with using 5 Janissaries. If he would have had 8 Janissary shipment, or maybe even saved it for the 1k coin, he would have been better able to deal with the Janissary Abs guns from Fard. Because at this point, when there was a real battle going on, Fard had like 10 or 15 Abs guns or something like that. And then it's already going to be really hard to deal with it if Fard micros correctly, which he actually did a very good job at. And also Umeu of course didn't really scout, kind of probably expecting to face the same thing as he is doing in the mirror.
Scouting is a huge part of every game, absolutely. Yes. But I think it was just essentially micro mistakes that Umeu made. He's losing villagers that he didn't have to lose. We've seen that in 2 battles. When he rushed with the Janissary, he lost villagers. And of course, in that second battle, when he had the villagers part of that big battle with the Mamelukes of Umeu's, he lost another 4 there. Of course, Umeu, he also mismicroed the Hussar, as we've seen earlier, on Fard's side of the map, where he lost 4 Hussar over some bad cliff mistake.
Yeah, he lost 2 there though, but he managed to save 2 of them. But indeed, it was a mistake there, losing 2 of the Hussars.
You know, so these kind of micro mistakes, they add up very quickly, and it ends up being such a huge mistake that, you know.
Yes, but yeah, a few villages lost here and there. I mean, he still had a second trading post, so it is of course not good, but it's not the biggest mistake. I think the card changes and not scouting is probably what made it. Using the Minutemen so early as well, you never want to use your Minutemen too early, because then you can't use them in a battle where it really matters. For example, the last battle, if he had Minutemen there as well, he would have maybe even evened it up. But now, yeah, he lost it.
I mean, of course, Fard made mistakes as well, but I wouldn't say they were as big mistakes as Umeu, where
no,
Umeu
I was talking about Umeu, not about Fard in the last game. I think Fard did it pretty well here.
Yeah, he did excellent, but he did make some mistakes, right? Of course, when he was sieging that house for too long there with the Janissary.
Yeah.
You know, that's just small mistakes, right? But they could have been avoided. Those are things that could have been avoided quite easily. So last match was won by Fard, which was the 4th map of the best out of 5. This is the last match of the series. This is the deciding match here.
Yes.
Okay, Umeu doesn't want to take it up with EU civs versus Fard, so Umeu is going to stick to his Iroquois here. And that means that Fard is either going to play Iroquois as well, or he's going to play Ottomans. Either one of those, I would assume. It is going to be an Iroquois mirror. And Fart is going for a smoke again.
Yeah, as I mentioned to everybody, we will have some enhancements to the rules for round of 16. So that should be quite interesting. Now, I mentioned this in the last match that we played. And I just want to mention again that I want to emphasize that these are not huge changes. These are just very small changes to prevent abuse of Ottoman too much. And I already did mention that we didn't know how overpowered Ottomans were before we started the tournament, because of course this is the first major TED tournament on this patch. So we just want to let everybody know that. As you can tell, when you have a first tournament of a patch, you're going to adapt to it in the next event after. Of course, when they released a patch where Japan was overpowered, I'm assuming the people who did release the patch did not realize that they were overpowered. And when they did hold the event, they realized that, and they nerfed them. And that's exactly what's going on here.
Okay, so as the chick summed it up, 2-2 by now. Just to give you a brief summary there, the first game was won by Umeu, it was an Iroquois mirror. Second game was won by Fart, it was an Ottoman mirror. The third game was won by Umeu, which was Iroquois versus India, Umeu Iroquois there. And the fourth game, Fart kind of pulled out the same strategy out of his head there with Ottoman mirror and beat Umeu again. And now we have the decisive match, which is going to be a Iroquois mirror again, played on Yukon, which is the last map from this match. Yes. Yeah, Umeu referring to his mistakes there with the villagers, of course. He pulled them back too late and lost a few too many there. Too bad about it, but yeah. Of course, there's a lot on the line here, not just the honor of going through, but also, of course, going closer to the final stages of the tournament and thus getting a shot at winning some nice prize money there.
And guess who won? Phoenix versus Lord Imperialist.
Phoenix won. How much did he win? 3-2-2?
You'd be surprised.
3-2-2.
And I mentioned in Goodspeed to add Nature Phoenix versus Lord Imperialist in the bests.
But did he win 3-2 or what? Did he won?
Lord Imperialist won 3-2.
Lord Imperialist won. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
so I did mention that he should be added in the bets. My core belief was because I know Lord Imperialist as a player very well, and he is definitely somebody that shouldn't be underestimated. he does practice quite a bit. You don't see him too often, but he does practice a lot.
Well, I know he's a good player, but I have to see the games because it wouldn't surprise me if Phoenix was going for British and Lord Imperialist was going for Ottos and Iroquois. So of course, then it's gonna be hard.
That is also a factor, absolutely. But some people did underestimate him. He is quite a nice player. All right, so back to the match. If you just want to go over a few things here.
Yeah, just to start us off, we have the last match of this BO5 between Fart and Umeu. It's going to be an Iroquois mirror, both grabbing their first trading post. And if we have a look at the map balance again, as we always do, we see that both of them have 2 mines pretty equal and a third one also available a little bit to the corner. As for hunts, we see that it is also very equal. Both have a bison and both have... Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, both have this hunt there. It's a little bit better for Umeu perhaps, but it doesn't matter that much. I think it's a pretty balanced map here. Both will go probably for the center with their warhead, and the fight will start off there. And from there on, you just have to get your herds towards your town center and towards your defensive warhead position and fight from there.
Now, this is actually... I know some players won't agree with me, but this is actually one of my favorite maps. Of course, because you got the treasures on the other side, just makes things a little bit more interesting. Of course, they can be overpowered. Say one player gets, 2 Courrier de Bois treasures. That sometimes happens. Courrier de Bois treasure and even 180 wood treasure, whatever the case, that can be overpowered. While the other player only ends up getting 50 wood and 30 food. So that's one of the things that could be kept in mind for this map. Can definitely happen. Of course, it is one of my favorite maps, but that doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, I do want to point out one thing quickly here. We see that where I first point out the bison herd for Fart, it seemed to be a little bit smaller than the bison herd for Umeu. But then again, he also has some caribou mixed in. And Umeu on the left side still has 1 additional bison herd available, while Fart's additional hunt is actually nowhere to be found on his side across the river.
Right. And just to finish the thought, I never really had too many problems with this map in terms of hunt and mines. It seems to be quite good. As we're looking at this map right now.
Well, sometimes you really have a map screw here, and also, of course, it really favors the aggressive civilizations like Iroquois.
Right. But in my experience, I agree, absolutely. And it favors maps like Iroquois and Agrifort.
Hold on for one moment. We have a treasure fight here. We see that Fart started taking it.
That's quite a close one.
And
I'm not sure who that's
He did get it, yes, he did get it. But his hero is really down HP, and he has to get back to his town center ASAP.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Will that... yes, it will definitely survive, yes.
Yes.
So definitely that 60 wood is looking pretty good. Of course, I'm looking at the treasure history here. It's just small treasures, 80 XP for Umeu and 90 food for Fart.
90 food is pretty nice in the mirror, but Umeu had 80 XP, so...
Good,
just a quick reminder, guys. Last game we saw that Umeu went for a little bit more of a defensive strategy, while Fart was going for a little bit more of an offensive strategy. Even though Umeu kind of did a good job at blocking the warhead trava from Fart, he was still going for a little bit more aggressive stuff. But also, in my opinion, what he did wrong there is not really... Umeu took, Umeu made a market, Fart did ship his hyenas, and Umeu shipped 5 villages. Hold on, the thought here, we're gonna have something interesting again. Umeu found the warhead of Fart, but Fart is going for a rather defensive warhead this time. And Umeu now...
I was a bit scared with that warhead, to be honest with you, because I thought some of the hunts had to move out of the way, so...
Oh, that couldn't be built, yeah.
It's always a scary situation.
Yeah, true. We see now that Fart is using his hero crackshot there to even shoot at some of these animals. But he manages to get... to scare Umeu out of there, and Umeu, of course, very... expected here to build his warhead there. He needs to secure this mine and this food mainly at this point in the map. But anyway,
since the map is looking pretty even for both players and they're both pulling off the same strategy in terms of shipments and building placement, it should really tell us, who's the better Iroquois player. Yeah. Because they both have a good map. It is a mirror, of course.
Yes. With the practice of Umeu, I think I would give him a small edge here. Fart can definitely play good, but his Iroquois, I believe, is not the best. But so far, we have to see how it plays out. We see that Fart made already some hyenas, and both of them shipped the kanyas, so that's indeed the exact mirror thing.
Okay, and now Umeu will also go for the market.
Yes, Fart not yet. But Fart is going more aggressive. He ships 5 tomahawks, and he made hyenas. And there you have it, Umeu again shipping the 5 villagers, and that means that Fart is now gonna have a very good spot here. Not only are the 5 villagers gonna be put inside the warhead and of course not getting any resources, Fart is taking out the hero of Umeu. Very, very unfortunate there. And now if he should, I think he should just push in and keep on spamming military units because he probably has a good advantage at taking this right now.
Yeah, this is a very, very tight situation.
2 hyenas made.
Umeu sent the 5 villagers, so
yes. The positioning again not the best. Fart has to move his units inside there, and there he goes. Of course, fighting near the warhead of Umeu means that he can pop out a shipment anytime soon, which he definitely will to hold this off. But he gets a good advantage, killing all the kanyas and killing some hyenas as well. And of course, still having his hero alive. There we have 5 tomahawks popping out. Interesting to have 5 tomahawks instead of the 6 hyenas, because the kanyas are almost dead, but anyway, he goes for 5 tomahawks, probably gonna get his 6 hyenas later.
I think this is going to cost him, because he sent the 5 villagers, I think that might cost him here. That might cost him the game.
Actually, very good job by Fart. Not actually identifying it, it was kind of a blind counter to be honest, but maybe because he saw Umeu the first game that they played in Mirror also was going for this booming strategy. And there we have 4 more hyenas pumping out, and he is gonna save his villages now. Yes, he's gonna lose his villages. 2 hyenas popping out for Umeu, and that's of course definitely not gonna be enough. Even if he ships...
it's quite unfortunate. I mean, it's such a tight match, and it's very hard to come back from something like this.
I think that the moment that he saw the army of Fart, he should have gone back and not fight. Just let him siege the warhead a little bit, and then wait for a shipment and then fight him, because he now lost his army. It's still not over yet though. He has the 5 villagers, and Fart so far hasn't shipped them yet, although the villager count is the same with the villagers that Fart killed.
He is definitely at a disadvantage though.
Yes. And they have tomahawks popping out, but they are put in melee mode. That's actually pretty decent for his hyenas. The village is gonna be used again, but yeah, Fart just outmasses him a lot, and now we see that Fart even shipped the 6 hyena shipment. And that is gonna be very, very rough for Umeu. We see already a 15 score advantage for Fart there.
And also do keep in mind this is the deciding match.
Yes. He is gonna be able to pick up some of these units, but still so many hyenas left, and he doesn't have anything to do with it. He's probably not gonna cut it, yes. He's again using his villagers there to absorb some damage. He's doing a really good job with it. 5 tomahawk shipment there.
Shipment as well.
He's gonna put them in melee mode, so that is gonna be very close, but on the other hand, Fart has more hyenas popping out there and being shipped as well. I have to take a look at the decks, but I will do it in a moment because there's still a lot of things going on here. See, the battle doesn't fit on my screen so far, but there are still little skirmishes left and right. And he managed to save a lot of HP from his warhead, but these hyenas should move out because they are outnumbered by a lot. If I use my alt key here, you see that this warhead should be focus firing some of the low HP hyenas of Fart. A stable coming up from Fart as well, that means that he shipped the 600 wood. Umeu just trying to pick up any units just to make sure that Fart can't really siege it nicely, and just trying to keep him busy. But he should be careful staying out of range for all the hyenas.
This is a very, very tough situation for Umeu, there's no doubt.
Yes,
it's all about that one shipment that he sent earlier, especially on a map so aggressive like this.
Yes,
such as Yukon.
Indeed, and he now also revived his hero again, Fart. So now Umeu has no warhead and actually no stable, and I think that is going to be game over there. Too bad there, but good game. Fart won it 3-2, and 3-2.
That's the final result, and that's it. It looks like Fart will advance to the round of 16, and
we see that both players, I think, have now the 6 hyenas in their deck. I'm not sure if they had it on Great Plains as well, but of course we already went over this. The deck's exactly the same, by the way, in the second age. This map just allows for more aggressive strategies, and I think that Fart made the right choice going for a more aggressive strategy. Also because he saw that Umeu in the first game that they played, the Iroquois Mirror, was going for a very boomy style, and he might thought that Umeu would do it again, and in fact he did so. He shipped the 5 villagers first, Sorry, after the 4 Kanyas, but that just means that Fart has 5 more units available. Of course, you can defend near the warhead, but then we also had a little bit of a mess up with the war hero from Umeu. He lost it too early. That means no more boost, so that is also an advantage for Fart. And from there on, it kind of steamrolled in Fart's way, because he had just the better army constantly, and even though he took damage from the warhead from Umeu, he just was able to kill off every unit when it came out.
Just wasn't able to take it, and now Umeu needs to find another day job.
We see though that Fart has another market, by the way, but that was very late, of course, with the 600 wood in the stable.
No, the market was up there quite early.
Really? Was it?
Yes. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but I guess you missed it.
Oh, I missed it then. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
That is interesting. But, that explains probably why he got so few hyenas out in the first batch. I believe it was 3 or 4 instead of 5.
Yeah, they both pulled out the same strategy. I mean, they both started out 4 Kenyas, and it's all about the 5 villager shipment that Umeu shipped. Was pushing
the 5 villager shipment and the loss of the war hero, that's actually what mattered a lot. I'm not sure why Umeu was out so far on the map with his war hero. It was already low on HP, and yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate there. Anyway, good job for Fart. Taking it 3-2-2.
Good work for Umeu for pulling out the 5-game series.
Yes, indeed.
It's too bad he wasn't able to take it, but all I have to say is better luck next time, and too bad he wasn't able to score the jackpot.
Yes, indeed. I think he got a little bit unlucky there, to be honest, because the way that he played in Ottoman Mirrors is not something that I expect from him. He definitely could do a little bit better, I feel.
Well, you know why he did 5 villagers? Is because he pulled that, I think, the similar strategy on Great Plains. He did 5 villagers, maybe second card.
Yes. No, I mean, I was talking about the Ottoman Mirrors. He could do better, especially not losing the villages there. And
probably thought he could pull off the same thing here, but Great Plains and Yukon, very different maps, because his building placement on here and there are, clearly different, because more open here.
Yeah, that's a good point, in fact. He, on the Great Plains match, he had a defensive warhead, and of course it also allows your town center to be more of a protection. While here, he had an aggressive warhead, but